Good morning, students. I am S. Nagesh, lecturer in computer science from Nilagiri Degree and PG College, Nalgonda. Here I am going to discuss with you about the subjects, the courses you have studied in computer science BSc. So in the 5th semester, we are going to study programming in Java. Before that, we are going to discuss what are the different courses we have studied in previous semesters. The semester 1, we have studied programming in C language. So we have discussed what are the data types, what are the looping statements, what are the operators, what are the arrays, different concepts are discussed in the programming in C. Next we have discussed about the programming in C++. The 3rd semester, data structures. 4th semester, database management system. 5th semester, we are going to discuss in the programming in Java. Before that, in these 4 papers, programming in C and programming in C++ are programming languages. These are programming languages. What is the purpose of programming languages? The purpose of programming languages is to develop programs. Why we have to develop programs? To develop a software. That means in computers or mobile system, whatever may be, we are using most of the softwares. These softwares are developed by preparing some programs. That means this collection of programs is called as a software. If you want to write the programs, we should know programming languages. So directly we can say that the programming languages are used to prepare the software. If you want to prepare a software, if you want to design a software, you should know about the programming languages. If you know about the programming language, you are ready to prepare a software. We are discussing 2 programming languages in first year, the SEM 1 and SEM 2. In 3rd semester, we have studied data structures. So it is when writing a program, we need to store the data temporarily in the computer memory. Temporary memory means RAM. How to store the data in the RAM? In which way we have to store the data in the RAM? There is a proper organization of data. You can say that data organization. The whole subject of data structure discuss how data is organized within the RAM, how data is organized within the memory. We are discussed in the data structures. We are discussed various topics: stacks, queues, linked list, trees, graphs. These all topics are discussed here. The next database management system we are discussed in the 4th semester. So in present organization, every organization using the computers mainly for data purpose. Present is every company main asset is the data. So for the company to store this data in proper way, to store the data to generate other reports, we need to manage the data. To manage the data, we require a software that is called database management system. In the 4th semester, in the previous sem, we have discussed about the database management system. The next sem, that is the 5th semester, we are going to study a subject, programming in Java. In computer science subject, we are studying the paper, programming in Java. In 5th semester, we have the 2 computer science subjects. One is a mandatory paper, that is the programming in Java. Second one is the elective papers. There are the 2 electives, operating system and software engineering. We can choose any of these, that is your choice, student's choice. Either you can select the operating system or software. So this will be chosen after reopening of the college. In YouTube channel, we are going to teach programming in Java. So sir, we already studied programming in C. Programming in C++. Now we are going to study programming in Java. So that is programming Java. Now this is also a programming language. Programming in Java is also a programming language. So what is the purpose of this programming language? Again, to develop the software. We may have the doubt, sir, is it enough? Yes, it is not enough to develop a software because there are some restrictions are there. We already know C language is a procedure-oriented programming language. There are some restrictions are there. We cannot develop a real-time applications by using the programming in C. For that, programming in C++, object-oriented programming was developed. Here also some security problems are there. These two programming languages are machine dependent. All those are machine dependent, we'll discuss that. So, but programming in Java is a machine independent programming language. So that to develop a software, we are developing a software that is run anyway. Write a program that it should be run anyway. So that can be developed by programming in Java. But in C, C++, to develop a program, if you compile a program, you will get one object file. This object file will be executed in the system in which it is compiled. That means in this computer, we are compiling a C language program or C++ program, it will generate an object file. This object file is executable only in this system. That means whatever the processor in this system that can understand this object. If you, for example, I move this object file in a pen drive, I bring the pen drive to another system, now the same object file cannot be run in another system. If the operating system in this machine, the operating system in that machine may be different, automatically this object file does not execute there. But the programs that are developed by using programming in Java, those are executed anyway. Develop once, execute many places. So that is the main advantage of the programming. That's why we are going to discuss in a new programming language that is going to learn a new programming language, that is a Java programming language. So this is a compulsory paper in the 5th semester computer science subject. These are the two elective papers. Now we are going to what topics, what concepts we are going to learn in Java. So what is the syllabus of 5th semester Java? So generally in first, second, third, fourth we have the 4 units, but in the 5th semester we have the only 3 units are there. Now the only 3 units are there. In the unit 1 there are 2 chapters. There is an introduction to Java. Here we will discuss main concept. What is the history of Java? Why Java was developed? So actually Java was developed in the 1992. Before 1992 there are so many programming languages. Why it was developed? We will discuss it. So what are the features? And also we will discuss a basic programming language concepts. So what are the concepts in C language and C++? That means data types, operators, looping statements, arrays. These all concepts also be there in the programming in Java. But way of implementation is different. The syntax is different. Here while loop is there, here also while loop is there. But the syntax is different. So with those basic programming concepts, all these concepts will be discussed here. The coming to second chapter, inheritance. I thought you are the C++, you already know the inheritance topics. C++ is also object-oriented programming. Java is also object-oriented programming. The same inheritance will be discussed here. This is the unit 1. Next, coming to unit 2. These are the 4 chapters extremely different from these programming languages. So this concept does not implemented in this one. So these 2 concepts are already discussed in the C language and C++. But these are the different from the C language and C. So these are advanced topics you can come in the programming in Java. So that is the packages. So these are the similar to header files in C language, C++. So exception handling, C++, only C++ exception handling is an advanced topic exception handling. Multi-threading and input-output. So generally in Java, input-output cannot be handled just like C, C++. because of security problems. In C language we use the ampersand symbol in the scanf function. Ampersand symbol gives the address. When address of a variable is generated, automatically there is a problem of security. So there is no concept of pointers also. Pointers, we don't use the pointers, we don't use the ampersand symbol here because of the security problem. So this is the second unit of packages, exception, multi-threading, input output. In third unit, we will discuss applet. It is a most important concept in Java. Now Java was very popular because of applet programming language. In C language, in C++ programming language, we have developed only standalone applications. By using Java, we can develop a graphical programs also because of this applet and event handling and ATMG. So these three topics brings the Java to develop a graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. Generally, we used to hear one word, GUI. CUI. Command user interface, graphical user interface. So by using C, C++, we can develop a command user interface applications. By using Java, we can develop graphical user interface with the help of these three topics: applet, event handling, AWT, and Swift. Abstract window toolkit, and Swift. So these are the three topics that allow us to develop a graphical. That means we can design our own window. For example, when you open a notepad, the window will be open. We can develop your own notepad application. We can develop your own calculator. We can develop your own graphics. By using these topics, we learn them. The last one, JDBC, Java Database Connector. Java Database Connector. The fourth semester we discussed about the DBMS. DBMS. What is DBMS? It will maintain a database. What it contains? Some data. In a Java program, we can take the input from this database. And we can store the data into this database with the concept of JDBC. Generally in C language, C++, in the data structure, we have written a program, enter two numbers. The numbers are provided from the user interface and the output will be displayed, that is temporary. But by the concept of JDBC, instead of receiving the data from the user, we can retrieve the data from the database. That is already stored in the computer. And after executing, the result again can be stored in the database. So all of you are checking your results. When you enter the all-ticket number, automatically the result will be displayed. How it will retrieve the data? Your mobile phone retrieving the data? No. In your mobile phone, in the back side, one middleware program is running. That middleware program will retrieve the data from the MGU database. That middleware program is the Java that uses the database. So this is the third unit. So generally, Java in market we say there are two concepts: core Java, advanced Java, and Java Beans. We used to use these three words in outside market. So generally, core Java means these two use. Basic programming, what are the other programming languages, concepts, how we are implementing in the Java. Just like C language, C++ programming languages, how you can implement it in the Java. The advanced Java, this is the advanced Java. So by using these two units, we can develop only standalone applications. That is only command user interface applications. By using this one, we can develop That means it is an advanced. That's why it is called as an advanced Java. So in the market also along these four topics, there is also another topic, Java servlets. So these four topics, five topics becomes the Java advanced, but we didn't study the Java. So this is our syllabus. The next video directly will enter into the what is the disadvantages in the C and C++. What is the advantage of the Java? Why need to develop Java? Why need to learn Java? We will discuss in the next video about the first year.